Joining me now with reaction is Minnesota Congresswoman and founder of the Tea Party Caucus in the House of Representatives. Congresswoman Michele Bachmann is back. Congressman, thanks for being with us.
Sean, thank you very much.
All right, let's start with the posing as or helping or assisting getting Tea Party candidates on the ballot so that will draw away from conservative candidates. What's your reaction to that technique?
Well, it's an old trick. It's based in deception. It's called divide and conquer. In this case, divide the Tea Party and the conservatives, and then the Democrats can conquer the election. This has been tried before. It was tried in my home state of Minnesota, where we had a fake candidate and a fake political party. People saw through it, and it actually hurt the Democrat, and the Republican won. And that Republican was John Klein of Minnesota, and he's serving superbly in the United States Congress. So I think that the very same thing will happen again. Now that the people know the Democrats think that they have to deceive in order to be able to win, I think that'll turn on them.
All right, well, it's interesting. And then the attacks on Rand Paul, I mean, this is all an orchestrated effort. And I spoke to a lot of Tea Party members when they were in the news and they were being accused of racism, that it seems that the Democrats would want to put their plants in a Tea Party gathering in the hopes that they can reinforce this false image or narrative that they're advancing. Do you think that will work with the American people?
Well, I think, again, it'll be exposed for what it is, and it demonstrates clearly what the Democrats fear more than anything is the Tea Party in the midterm elections, because the Tea Party, after all, is nothing more than mainstream Americans that don't like the Obama-Pelosi agenda, and that's made up of disaffected Democrats, independents, Republicans, libertarians. That's why they're so afraid of them. And when this gets exposed, where you have Democrats infiltrating with fake signs and fake Tea Party wear, for instance, that's going to turn on them, and we need to expose it at every corner. They said earlier they were going to do this, and it's going to turn on them.
All right, now, listen, I was hoping that Congress would stay out for the entire month of August and then maybe beyond, maybe stay out till Christmas, because I figure every time they're in Washington, they're going to want more of our money. So they come back into town, $26 billion. I guess maybe it's not as much as a stimulus. It is dubbed as state aid. You have dubbed this Nancy Pelosi's Cash for Democrat Re-election Program. And what is this $26 billion really all about?
Well, let's face it, that's what it is. And that isn't just Michele Bachmann saying it, Sean. That's the newspapers in Washington, D.C. saying that now these public employee unions have received their $26 billion payoff. Now they're going to skim the top of the public employee union dues off the top, put it in the political action coffers, and then use it to run these Democrat re-election campaigns and to go after Republicans. So think of how outrageous this is. The public that is completely dismissed and turned away from the Pelosi agenda. Now Speaker Pelosi is using the American people's tax money to send it out to the door to employee unions so that part of that money can be used to re-elect the very Democrats they oppose. It's outrageous.
All right, let me ask you, because you are forming in Congress this Tea Party caucus, and you want limited government, you want balanced budgets, you want transparency, you want people to read bills, all the things we have been discussing. Are you confident the Republican Party is adopting the Tea Party, coalition platform that you and other conservatives are advocating, or is there going to be a divide or a split in any way?
Well, I think that unity is what we're all looking forward to this fall, but I think the patience of the American people is very thin. They're looking to the GOP right now for leadership, quite frankly. Will the GOP have its act together to act within the limits of the Constitution, not spend more money than what we take in, cut spending, cut taxes? It's a very simple formula. If the Republicans adopt that agenda, we will win in a landslide in these elections, and we'd be foolish not to adopt the Tea Party mainstream America agenda.
All right, Congresswoman, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.